Hey there! Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, those were my knuckles popping, by the way. That's in that. Can I pop this one? Nope. This one? Yep. Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. But anyways, I decided to bring this series back to my podcast. I don't know, man. Like, lately, I've been struggling trying to find new episodes and new things to talk about. So, yeah, I'm like, I need to, I need to do more with my podcast. And I feel like lately I've kind of been, just talking on the same old stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and bring this series back to the podcast. Welcome to another edition of relationship advice, where I go onto Reddit. I go to the relationship advice subreddit, and yeah, I read some crazy stories because there's some people out there that be living reckless on this subreddit. Speaking of, there's this first one that I clicked on, and it's something where I'm like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm saying, like, my body because, like, even on social media, like, just recently I posted a video of myself where I was because that's something that a lot of people like to see, is when you wear a pair of sneakers, like a on feet look, rather than just having the shoes, just like right there and stuff with nobody wearing them and things. And so I wear the shoes, and then the guy's all like, oh, nice shoes. But he was all like, you got, like, he said something along the lines like, I got skinny legs and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, like, it's genetics. I come from a skinny family. My parents were skinny. I'm pretty sure their parents were skinny. I can't help it. I'm like, what? I'm supposed to gain weight for a TikTok? No, get out of here with that. So, anyways, but yeah, that's what this is. And I'm gonna be reading more than just this one. But anyways, so the woman writes out, my husband told me to lose weight, so I did. But now I'm too flat chested. That's if that man really looked that girl in the face and told her that she's flat chested. I'm like, sir, I'm saying, are you what? You got more breasts than me? Like, that's something that you gotta ask that man. It's all like, why is it your concern? That's when people, when they just be worried about another person's body, I'm like, why are you in a relationship with them? Why? But no, the thing is this though, these guys are married. So I'm all like, why would you marry somebody? Like, I feel like you married that person for the wrong reasons. If you worried about their weight and all that, I'm saying that's something that I thought of myself, where it's like, because that's a TV show that I watch, is My 600-Pound Life. And so if it did get to a point where my significant other, where she was getting to that point, I would try to help her rather than being like, oh, let me berate her and, make comments about her weight and stuff. If my thing is this, if I am, it's going to be health comments. It's going to be like, okay, I don't want you to be in a situation where it's like, we got kids and then, they saying they like farewells to you because you done got to a unhealthy size and stuff. So, but I'm not gonna be all like, oh, lose weight, but now you too flat chested. That's stupid. But so anyways, so she goes on and says, that's literally it, meaning the title. We've been married 2 years. For our whole relationship, I weighed anywhere between 115 and 130, and I'm 5'4". Fam, that's not what weight is she losing? Air? I'm like the condensation, sweat. I'm saying that's something where I'm like, bruh. And she's short on top of that. So I'm like, cause me, I'm trying to think, like, right now, and then she goes on, all right, I'm gonna read more into this, but I'm gonna just say right now that I'm bigger than her, and that's something where I'm like, I know that I don't need to lose no weight. So that's something where it's like, bruh, do you want this girl to be 80 pounds? Like, do you just want her to be a stick? Because if that's the case, then it's like, bruh, that you not married the wrong one. I feel like, because so she goes on and says, she's weighed between 115, 130, and I'm 5'4". In the last month, or so, I gained probably 5 pounds. It was the heaviest I've been at 135. My husband was a bit of an a-hole about it and nicely suggested that I go to the gym more. I'm not gonna lie, it made me cry in the shower, lol. He's also never ever mentioned my weight before, but I did it anyway and I'm back to 112. However, yesterday during a private matter between these two. Usually this private matter, they do it because they do this particular, yeah, they're doing it. So I think I kind of said it right there. But so anyways, during their little private session, my husband told me that losing weight made me lose my boobs. That's crazy. But anyways, I didn't say anything, just covered up. I literally can't please this man. What do? I genuinely considered getting implants, but then he said no. He's never been like this before. Why is he suddenly interested in my weight? Am I already entering a dead bedroom? I've literally been married 2 years. How do I stop that from happening? Divorce the man. That you just divorce him. Because that to me, that just don't even make no sense. It's all like, I feel like in this day and age, you got a lot of people that's insecure about their body, and making comments about a person's body is not going to help them. So I'm saying that's something where I'm like, I know people will probably be all like, well, how would I go into that matter? Well, for one, I'm not going to marry somebody for their weight. I'm going to marry them for them. So that's something that I'm like, whoever my future wife is, yeah, you ain't going to ever have to worry about me concerned about your weight. I mean, if it gets to a point where it's like you can't get out of bed, you're having all these health issues and all this stuff, then yeah, then that's why I'm gonna be concerned, because I want to spend more time with you. But on the other note, if it's like you're 115, 130, I'm like, fam, you weigh less than me. So that's why I'm like, I definitely can't be, because I'm like, if that's the case, then I need to lose weight. But I'm like, fam, I'm in a position in my life right now where I want to gain weight. I want to gain more weight, you know? I told myself that my goal is that I want to get at 200 pounds and stuff. And so one day, maybe, but if not, then yeah, I'm not tripping about it. But yeah, it's somewhere I'm like 115, 130. I was like, bro, I was like between that weight class when I was in high school. Like I've always have been skinny, but I'm like, fam, that's skinny. I'm like, I'm like, you're 5'4", you're slightly shorter than me. Like you're a few inches, like no, you're 4 inches shorter than me. So I'm that's crazy. I'm like, I'm like, divorce them. That's honestly, that's what I'm gonna write down. Divorce that man. He's not married to you for you. He's married to you because he wants to show you off. That's what I personally think, because I'm like, if that was the case where he genuinely loved this woman, it's like, bro, there's people out there that's in relationships with people. I'm saying, watch that TV show, My 600-Pound Life. You got people on there that's like well over 600, can barely walk, and guess what? They're in relationships and married. So I'm like, bro, you could be in a situation like that where you really, if this girl, my thing is this, whoever this girl is, if she can get out the bed, all right, go about her day-to-day life without having to ask you for nothing, fam, she is not, no, that's, I'm like, if anybody, I'm like, this guy sounds like he's the type of person that needs to lose. I'm like, because if that's the thing, if that's like too big, I guess, 135, then I'm like, yeah, I assume that this man, he must be on that TV show, My 600-Pound Life, and he needs to lose weight. But yeah, that's crazy. So anyways, next one. I lost my wife 3 years ago, started dating again, and new girlfriend wants to visit my wife's grave. I'm not going to read into it because it's a little dark, but I don't know how to feel about that. That's something where I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's something where I'm like, I would definitely ask why, but yeah, that's something where I like, maybe I assume like somebody that wants to do something like that, they're probably very spiritual, and I don't know, maybe like closure or something. Maybe she feels that you haven't gotten the closure that you needed, or you're not like resting or something. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't look at a girlfriend and call it, unless she gets at that gravesite and she starts doing some weird stuff. Like if she starts doing some ritual, I'm like, no. For one, the relationship is over, and two, I'm like, you are not gonna do that over my dead wife's grave. So I'm like, nah, you definitely gonna have to stop that. But Yeah, that's, I don't know. I feel like hopefully there's something positive comes out of that. But anyways, next one, I accused my, fiance of cheating on me and left out house. Let's see about this one. All right. So, there was like, dang, this is a long one. So they go on to say, throwaway because I feel really stupid and need advice. My fiance and I have been in a relationship for the last 6 years, engaged for the last 2 years, and we're about to get married in November 2024. Going to try and not make this long. On Monday, I woke up around 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom. As I walked past my fiance's side of the bed, his phone went off with the message. I got curious and looked. The message was from a girl called Angie. The message said, "It was good to see you again. I had a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime." I took his phone with me to the bathroom, read their chats. Nothing sexual or even flirty, but there were a bunch of conversations of meeting up at her place where they, what they did that day, all that fun they were having. So wait, what they did that day. Oh, so the message, the conversation to meet up at her place, what they did that day and all the fun they were having. Okay. I was reading that wrong. But anyways, I remember yesterday that I wanted to do something with him, but he couldn't, as his sister was in town and they have arranged to meet and hang out for months now. He did invite me along, but I didn't go. Didn't want to take away from his time with his sister. Nah, that's some crazy stuff. That's something where I'm like, now, cause I don't know, like with me, that's something where I'm all like, because I'm a family person. I like hanging out, as a family. I like hanging out as a group and stuff. I don't mind, like, hanging out with, if it's just me and another person hanging out. But I'm like, if you need, that's something that I'm like, I definitely, to whoever my future wife is, it's like, she would never have to worry about me doing no stuff like that. She sends me a message all like, send me a picture of what you're doing right now. I'm like, okay, do you remember that outfit that I left in? Okay, I'm like, here's me hanging out with my friend, whoever that friend is, family member, whoever that family member is. But yeah, that's just something where I'm all like, for one, I just don't really believe in cheating. I know you got some people out there that want to say, oh, everybody cheats, everybody gonna cheat at least once in there. No, not me. I'm all like, that's something where I'm like, the thing is like, I feel like there's people in this world, me being one of them, where when you find a good relationship, you don't mess that up because you want to go out and have fun. I'm all like, no, what I'm going to do is slap a wig on whoever my wife is, and I'm all like, we gonna role play, call each other different names, and we gonna go out like that. But I know that's something where I'm all like, I can't do that to whoever it is, because I'm like, I feel like whoever my, like, the next relationship or whoever I get into a relationship with and we get married and all that, because that's what I'm looking for, too. That's what I want in life. I just want to, just settle down and all that stuff. But I feel like I'm not gonna mess it up. That ain't even like I know I'm not going to mess it up, so it's like all the temptations and all that, I'm like, nope, I'm good. I already said, I'm like, a girl get off up in my face trying to do some stuff, I'm getting a referee whistle and I'm blowing that mess in her face. All right, so, but anyways, so then she goes on to say, my thoughts immediately went to him cheating on me, and I started to bawl like a baby in the bathroom. My fiance came rushing into the bathroom to see what was going on. I was not as quiet as I thought I was in the end. When he came close to me and asked what was going on, I told him not to touch me. He looked hurt in that moment and took a step back. I gave him his phone and told him to explain yourself. Through my tears, he took the phone and looked and laughed. Then I saw him laughing. I got up and stormed out, locking myself into in the spare bedroom. He came to the bedroom through the door, said he was sorry for laughing, and tried to explain himself. Before he said anything else, I told him to leave. He then left to our bedroom. That morning before he woke up, I grabbed some of my things and came to my sister's house. See, now it's like, it's a thing where I'm like, I don't know, because that's something where I feel like you should tell the significant other. And I know there will probably be people out there who are like, oh, I ain't got to tell my significant other nothing. I'm like, if you want to remain having a significant other, the best way to keep that significant other, and I have said this before in previous relationship advice episodes, communication is key. You have to communicate. So if there is a situation where I'm hanging out with a female friend, all right, and the thing is this, I feel like that when I do get in a relationship, married, whatever the situation is, I am going to be posting about her stories, social media posts, probably gonna be doing videos with her. It's one of those things where I'm like, no, it ain't gonna be no situation where it's like, oh, I didn't know you were in a relationship, TMossBoss. Highly doubt they're gonna call me TMossBoss, but anyways, I'm like, that's something that you just don't know. I have posted about this woman for like months now. How do you not know that? And you've seen my stories, so that's why I'm like, that's even more so of a reason where it's like, if I know that you know that I'm in it, yeah, that's something where I'm all like, nah, fam, we ain't going out like that. But that's something that I definitely will tell my significant other. I'm like, I'm hanging out with a female friend. If she trips about it, I'm all like, hey, if you want to tag along, you very well can tag along. And we'll just have to come up with a story or something about like, I don't know, you felt sick. I didn't want you to be in the house by yourself. So therefore I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll just have to make up some stuff. Then I feel like I've gained her trust because yeah, that would be some stuff that I would do. But yeah, it's something where I'm all like, I wouldn't be like, hide around it and stuff like, oh, I'm going to hang out with a human on Earth. What? I'm like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? What do you mean a human on Earth? That's gonna raise suspicion. That's gonna raise questions. Now I feel like, to whoever this woman is, she's gonna question this guy, because I'm like, you being secretive, and it's like, my thing is this, if you just say you're just hanging out with your sister, and then you end up hanging out with a friend, it's like, fam, tell your significant other about that. Because I'm like, my thing is this, it could have been a situation where if you told her about you hanging out with this female friend, right? You hanging out with this female friend, then it's like she already knows. So she could have very well got up, went to the bathroom, seen those messages, didn't think anything of it, went on about her business. I'm saying, like, I felt like it would have been better. I don't know. But anyways, let's continue on reading and stuff. So, then she goes on to say, I've been here since Tuesday morning and too afraid to go home. He sent me a message that morning saying he heard and saw me leave, but didn't want to stop me because of what happened the night before. Again, he said, sorry for laughing, but that the situation was just ridiculous in the moment, and his tired brain responded with laughter. I guess in some situations where I'm like, I know, like, I kind of done, I know that laugh. I'm just saying, I feel like I don't even know who these guys are, but I know that laugh. I know one of those laughs where it's all like, you kind of just rub your head and it's all like, I don't even know how I got it. Because it's like, when you see it, he knows that he's overall, because let's say it is a situation where he really isn't cheating. He really isn't being secretive or hiding nothing and stuff. Yeah, he's probably all like, he's seen the messages and he's all like, dang, that's what that looks like. It does look like I'm cheating and things. So that's probably why he laughed. But yeah, it's still something where I'm like, bro, you should have told that girl, man. That's something where I'm like, if he's my friend, I would definitely tell him and be like, bro, you should have told that girl, bro. You should have told her what was the business, because now she thinks that you doing some stuff. All right. So now you got to prove to her that you ain't doing those things. So, but anyways, then she goes on and says, all right, so I sent back some hurtful things that he is a cheater. He responded with, Angie is a nickname for my sister, Angela. Oh, he told me to confirm. He told me to confirm with his sister if I didn't believe him, and told me to check Facebook and Insta if I need proof, because pictures were posted of their meetup yesterday. He didn't say anything too hurtful he didn't say anything to the hurtful thing I said to him or anything, but told me the house is open for me to come back anytime I like. When I do, we will have a serious conversation about what happened and what will happen going forward. I'm scared to go home because I feel like he will be breaking up with me, and I don't want that. How can I handle this? I know I was wrong for the way I acted. I acted like a child, overreact. How can I fix this? What can I do now? Edit before someone asks. I've heard him referring to his sister Angie in the past, but my brain didn't put. So this guy didn't even cheat. I'm over here thinking I'm trying to reason with her, but that's crazy. I'm all like, fam, now I feel kind of bad, because I'm all like, nah, it's like, because it's that's one of those things where I'm all like, I need to just read the whole story before I just come up with assumption and things, because I'm like, yeah, I assume that this man was cheating, and it's like, bro wasn't even cheating. It's all like, That's crazy. So then she goes on to say, so that put together that night, I've been at my sister's house since Tuesday morning, too afraid to go home. The only text I have gotten from him so far is asking if I'm okay and good night text. When I tried to talk over the phone, he says he would talk. We will talk when you are home. He won't be doing it over a phone. The conversation, it has to be face to face. Yeah, I feel like he probably just wants to overall like tell you like, hey, you ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, I feel like this guy. He's just, he ain't cheating. It's all like, gotta trust this man. But yeah, that's crazy. I that's somewhere I'm all like, I honestly thought that this man was cheating on this girl, and I'm like, and that wasn't even the case. That is crazy. I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't know. I'm all like, that the best thing that you can do. All right, the best thing you can do is confront. Can't spell confront the situation and see where it goes. Worst thing that can happen is him leaving. Best thing is you guys put this behind you and move on. Yeah, I feel like that's honestly the best thing that could possibly happen out of all of this and stuff. So next one, I caught my boyfriend with his pants down, literally. What does that even mean? Why is this so long? I'm not reading that. Tell him to pull his pants up, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, next one, my husband told me he wouldn't give me medicine even if I was dying. Wow. That's, that might be a sign that might not be the one for you. That is some crazy stuff. I don't know how to feel about that one. That's somewhere I'm all like, if I'm sick and she's all like, no, I'm not going to help you if you're sick. You just going to have to die. I would definitely look at her and be like, remember, we went through a whole process of, we had talked. Okay, no. I'm like, you need to hear me out on this one. We went through the talking stages. Then we dated. Then we got into a relationship. And then at some point in time, I felt that the relationship was strong enough for me to get down on one knee, pop the question, hey, such and such, insert name here, will you marry me? You said yes. We planned the wedding date. We went through the whole process. I brought out my best pair of Jordans and got me a nice suit. You got you the best wedding dress of all time. Most likely I'm going to be crying at this wedding. My family is going to see me crying at this wedding. I'm going to tell everybody this is the greatest day of my life. We go through that whole process and things. Oh, do you take such and such to be your wife? I do. Do you take such and TMossBoss to be your husband? I do. Blah, blah, blah. You may now kiss the bride. I kiss the bride. We going about our business. Sometime later, you're talking about you ain't gonna give me. Isn't there a whole thing in the wedding ceremony when there's like what for sickness and health or do the sickness and I don't know, but there's a sickness and health part that gets talked about. Fam, you're supposed to be there for your significant other. Because I'm saying, if it roles reverse, where if I see my wife, fam, it could even be as little as her choking on some freaking celery or something. You best believe I'm giving her the Heimlich. I'm freaking carrying, if I got to put her in a freaking John Cena attitude adjustment carry and be running full speed to a hospital, wherever, if I'm doing everything that I possibly can to save this woman life. I'm saying that's something where I'm all like, I don't care of the situation. That's just something I'm like, wow. That's wait, my husband. So it was the husband. No, the husband was in the. I don't know why I thought it was the wife. I just, man, I'm telling you, that's just, but or no, I was okay. My brain, look, I felt like I read something else, and then when I looked at it again, I was like, maybe I did read it the right way. But anyways, we gonna move on. My girlfriend accused me of stringing her along when I changed my mind about wanting children. Yeah, that's something that I feel like needs to be established in the relationship early on. Like, do you want kids? Yes. Okay, cool. you know, go forward. But if not, then yeah, then it's like you need to, I feel like that's something that needs to be discussed and talked on in the early stages of the relationship, or even in like the dating because I feel like, yeah, talking is like, you know, you're kind of getting to know each other. Dating is like you getting to know a little bit more of each other and things. But I feel like that's like when you ask those types of questions and stuff, where it's like, okay, you know you want to get into a relationship with this individual, so yeah, you ask that, you know, that question. It's all like, or it kind of like at least like hint around to it or something, you know. It's like, oh yeah, the day I have kids, I want to, I don't know. All right, so I guess like in my case, in my situation, I'm all like, you know, if we sit down and I kind of want to figure out like, does she want kids? So I probably would say something along the lines like, you know, oh yeah, it's like, and maybe if she asked me about like content creating or something, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I play video games, make music, all that other stuff, you know, kind of just want to have like something there for, you know, the day when I decide to have kids and stuff. Like, you know, they're kind of, they got something to go based off of if they're trying to find themselves at a young age and things, you know. I'll say something along those lines. I'm like, yeah, I would like to get my kids into content creating, make memories with them, of course, you know. And she's all like, oh, sorry, I you know, I gotta go. And I'm all like, yeah, then okay, she probably don't want kids. But she's like, all like, you know, mesmerized by me saying some stuff like that. I'm like, okay, there's probably a high percentage that this girl want kids, or she's probably maybe it could be a situation where she's looking at me all like, oh, you know, you'll be a great father, but I just don't want to have kids, so on and stuff. So, but yeah, it's you know, it's one of those things where I'm all like, you know, if it's, yeah, communication is key. Now, this next one, my girlfriend cheated on me and used sex as a defense mechanism. No, cheating is cheating. There is no defense for it and stuff. So I'm like, that's I don't know how you can defend cheating. There's no defense for it, ma'am. I'm like, that's somewhere I'm all like, I definitely would tell her. I'm all like, I don't know how you can defend cheating, but it's like, if my thing is this, if I roundhouse you and I'm all like, oh, you startled me, but I looked you dead in your eyes while I did it, and I'm all like, oh, that's my defense mechanism. No, that's just flat out abuse. I'm like, you can't do stuff like that and then get away with it. So, you know, talking on cheating, yeah, you can't cheat and then think like, oh, okay, well, here's my defense mechanism card and stuff. I'm like, no, it don't work like that. All right, so let's actually read this last one because this one's a little short. So anyways, random drunk girl and I helped her. I assumed he helped a random drunk girl. I don't know. Random drunk girl and I helped her. Girlfriend got mad. Okay, let's just read the description part and stuff. But anyways, there has been an issue lately that my girlfriend and I are arguing about. So a couple of days ago, I just got out of my company when I saw a drunk girl passing by who could barely walk. So I called a taxi and put her in the taxi. Then I called my girlfriend to tell her about it, and she got mad at me because she said that I shouldn't have done that and just let the girl I think he was saying just left that girl. Now to this day, we are still arguing about it, and according to all her friends, would agree with her. So I actually am curious. I am in the wrong here, or should I have just let someone else take care of the drunk girl? It could have been a situation, because my thing is this, how I look at it, and I know there will probably be this woman and her friends, they will look at it and be like, oh, it's like, well, that's not your problem. That's not something that you should be worried about. But I am going to worry, because let's say it's a situation where this drunk girl, I'm all like, you know what? Rewind. I don't help her. She's walking all drunkly like and things, goes out in the traffic, car come flying around the corner, kills her. That girl's dead. Now, I very well could have grabbed this girl and been like, hey, you know, do exactly what this guy did. And I'm like, the thing is this girl is still alive, probably might not even be drinking anymore, because it's like, oh, if it took a random stranger to help me get a taxi and all this other stuff, then maybe that's a sign. Girl's alive, well, all that stuff. And I'm like, you're mad because I helped somebody. That's something where I'm all like, okay, so let's switch this role around, where it's like, okay, because I feel like she'll be like, well, I wouldn't get drunk like that. I'm like, okay, well, let's say it's another situation. You know, a guy is going to help you, but his girlfriend stops him because that's not his place to be helping you. That's I'm telling you, it's those type of relationships where I'm like, they are not going to last. I'm like, that don't make no sense, where it's like, I'm just trying to help somebody. It ain't like me and this girl done got married. It ain't like I'm cheated. The funny thing is like, she can't say that he cheated on her. All her argument is that you were a good citizen. You was a good pedestrian. How do you even argue about something like that's something where I'm all like, nah, man, because I feel like a man wouldn't overall care about no stuff like that. Like if a girl told me, if like, let's say if I'm, because I know there's probably somebody would ask me, oh, so what would you do if you're in a relationship and your girlfriend calls you up talking about she just helped this drunk guy? I'm all like, dang, I'm like, that's good, freaking kudos to you and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what to reward you with. I'm like, I guess, like, I don't know. Like, I'll try to see if I can make, like, one of them, like, Xbox achievements and been, like, 100 gamer score, help drunk man and stuff get into a taxi. I'm saying, if that's the best I can do, so. But I just feel that, yeah, there probably are. I'm not going to say all men are going to be calm, cool, and collected about it, because there probably are some men out there that'll get jealous over some stuff like that, too. But I'm like, I feel that I wouldn't. I feel like there isn't no reason to be jealous or upset. I'm not gonna be bringing it up years later and be all like, oh, well, remember that time you helped that drunk man? That's a pointless. No, that's a pointless argument. I'm like, sorry to tell you, but unless she realizes that you did the right thing, this is going to be a problem in the relationship, and it might end up ending the relationship if she continues to have insecurities. Nope. There we go. Nope. Wait. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because that's an insecurity. I'm all like, you don't even want this man to interact with other women, even in a helpful way. I'm like, nah, fam, you're very, very insecure. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for another relationship advice episode, and peace.